everyone, Wendy Spanish Crafter here. I've come on today to show you these little books I've been making. I love making stick pins with gems, and these are some I've got ready. So now as I've started my Etsy shop, I thought I would try and sell some. And so I wanted nice little books to package them into, to you know, send through the post. I just love making these at night while I'm watching TV. So all different sizes, well, not different sizes, there's long 2.5 inch ones and two, in fact they're a bit more than, let's have a look, put them on the ruler, 3.5 inch and 2 inch. So I've made these little books out of obviously double-sided card, and I put a piece of felt in so that the stick pins will sink into the felt and you can hide the pin. Makes it a bit safer going through the post. So I'm going to put 6 together and put them into the shop. I used to sell lots of these on through Facebook and blogs really. So I'm trying to choose different colours and maybe a green one. So they look quite pretty packaged up like that. So I just thought I'd pop on and show how I make these little books. Very easy, and you've probably all done very similar things. So I've cut a 12 by 12 piece of double-sided card, and I got 6 books. Cut it into 3 inches and those pieces into 6 inches. So I score at 7 centimetres, turn it round and score at 7. So that gives me a little spine. Like that. So you've got the depth of the pin that will hold the pins quite nicely inside. So then I round the corners off. Excuse me, I've dropped some bits on the floor. Round the corners off. And get a piece of felt. And just to make it look a little bit prettier, I get some pink and shears and give it a nice edge. Obviously don't want it too wide, just sticking out over the edge. Oops. And that will slot into there. And I get my fabric glue. This is one I got from the local craft shop, and it was a lot cheaper than Fabri-Tac or 3-in-1. So it's working out okay too. It seems to hold it quite secure. So that's quite a big saving. So I put that, glue that down there. Then I like a piece of lace for the pins to go into. Glue that on. Then on the front I have pulled out some of Artie Maze's freebies from Facebook, the numbers, and these are Happiness in Crafting. Mixed words and phrases. So I'm finding one. I've got a flower out already. This is one of John's. I think it was when he was with Creative Expressions, I'm not sure. Find a nice word for the front. In fact, I'd rather have one with a pinky purple flower on to match that one. The best view comes after the hardest climb. That sounds quite nice. So I'll just take the white edges off the paper and my glue. Stick that on the front to one side. And on the front there, I like to put some sort of pocket because I've made a little tag. I'll use that piece of vellum. These are all my offcuts of vellum from doing my parchment work. And I'm just cutting it up because I know it's about 7 centimetres I need. And I keep all the offcuts of those bits to punch flowers out for my cards as well. So get rid of those bits. Round the corner of that to match the front. And normally with parchment you wouldn't use a wet glue because it will show through, but it's not too bad on here. With it being a patterned paper, it's not too bad at all. You can see it a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. And I've punched a little tag. I have a Fisker's punch that I've had for donkey's years. I got it in Michael's in America. And so I need to punch a little tiny hole in the middle of the top. Oops. And get some twine. A nice grey one there will do. Keep all my offcuts of twine and wool in a drawer at the side of me. Always using bits. There we go. Pop that through. And that will sit in the pocket. Before I put that in the pocket, I'll just stick a number or a word. Any'll do. I'm just randomly pulling one out the bag. Like I say, my crafting is no certain things I do, no rhyme or reason. I just like pulling something out and using it. So that will sit in there. So on the front here of the little pocket, I'm going to pull a piece of got a bit of cheesecloth here. I'll just stick a piece of that on, just to put the flower on. Get some wet glue stick in the corner. Just trunkle it up a little bit and then put the flower on. In fact, I'll use the fabric glue to glue that on. Put a chunk on there, and that can go on there. And we'll find a pearl for the middle of there. Oh, I have to excuse me, I'm still a little bit sniffly, which I said in previously. I'm sure it's with having to wear a mask all the time. Right, that's a nice little flower there. And the little tag can go in the pocket. Then I've been using these, I think they're called candy dots. I got a load of them. I bought some stuff on a craft site in the UK when I was at my son's once, and this was in the parcel. So it's all sorts of these candy dots. So if I pull one out that matches, or would pink with dots on be better, maybe? Yeah. I'll put one of those. That's a way of using them up, because obviously there's thousands in there. And this is a bit of silicone, just to mount it up a little bit, obviously, because Cosmic Shimmer, it did take too much. It's nearly empty, so it's, oops, there's a lump. Far too much there. Get a tissue and take some off. There we go. Just let that set on there. And I'll just put 3 little pearls on the side of the pocket. I shall be putting these in my Etsy shop tonight. The only trouble is, since Brexit, the cost of post has gone up to the UK, because now it's not classed as Europe, sadly, and we can't get stuff over here because we have to pay charges on it now. If we order stuff from the UK, if it's over a certain amount, we have to pay duties and tax on it, which is a nuisance. Right, that's 3 little pearls on there. So there we go. A nice little holder for the stick pins to go in. And if you're gifting it to somebody, you've got a little tag to use there. So I think that's quite pretty. And I hope you get some ideas from me. Okay, I shall see you next time. Thanks for visiting.